Anyone can have an opioid overdose, whether it's someone who takes prescription pain medication, someone who uses drugs, or a child who swallows someone else's pills. Thankfully, Narcan, which is also called by the generic name naloxone, can safely and easily reverse opioid overdoses and save lives. Know the signs of an overdose. The person may be passed out, and you can't wake them up. They might be breathing very slowly or not at all. They might be making gurgling sounds. The person's lips or fingers may also be blue, purple, gray, or ashy in color. First, check for a response.
Hey, are you okay?
Try shaking the person or shouting at them to wake up. If that doesn't work, clench your hand into a fist and grind your knuckles into their chest bone for 10 to 15 seconds. If the person still does not respond, call 911. If you call 911 to report an overdose in New York State, the law protects you from being arrested for a small amount of drugs, even if you shared them with the person who overdosed. Next, check to see if the person is breathing. Look to see if their chest is rising and falling. Listen for breathing sounds. Feel for air coming out of their mouth and nose. If someone is passed out and you can't wake them up, and if they're breathing very slowly or not at all, that means you should use Narcan. You don't need to suspect that the person took opioids. If it turns out that the person is having a medical emergency that's not an opioid overdose, the Narcan won't hurt them. When in doubt, give Narcan. Take the Narcan nasal spray out of your kit and peel back the foil to remove the sprayer. Hold the Narcan nasal spray with your thumb on the bottom of the plunger and your first and middle fingers on either side of the nozzle. Do not test spray the Narcan. There is only one dose in each sprayer. Insert the tip of the nozzle into one nostril until your fingers on either side of the nozzle are against the bottom of the person's nose. Press the plunger firmly to give the dose of Narcan, and then remove the sprayer from the person's nose. Wait and watch the person closely. It can take a few minutes for the Narcan to work. If the person does not respond in 2 or 3 minutes, take out a second Narcan nasal spray from your kit and give the person a second dose in the other nostril. If the person is not breathing, do CPR if you know it while you wait for help to arrive, and in between Narcan doses. If the person is breathing, roll them onto their side and place them in the recovery position. Their outstretched arm supports their head to keep their airway open, and their top leg is bent in front of them to prevent them from rolling onto their stomach. If you need to leave before help arrives, call 911, give the person Narcan, and put them in the recovery position. The worst thing you can do is nothing. After someone wakes up from an overdose, explain to them what happened. It's very important that they do not take any more drugs, even if they are in withdrawal. They could overdose again. Narcan wears off in 30 to 90 minutes, which means the withdrawal symptoms will go away, but it also means that the person could overdose again from drugs that are still in their system. It's important for you to stay with the person until they go to the hospital, or for at least the next 4 hours if they don't, to make sure they don't overdose again. The expiration date for your Narcan is printed on the back of the foil packaging. Set a reminder on your phone to get more Narcan when yours is due to expire. Studies have shown that expired Narcan might still be somewhat effective, so it's best to keep your expired Narcan on hand in case of an emergency until you get new Narcan. Store your Narcan at room temperature and don't let it freeze. Do not keep Narcan in your car. If your Narcan has expired or you've used it, text KIT to 877-535-2461 and we will mail you more. It is also available at local pharmacies, both over the counter and from the pharmacist, and from local opioid overdose prevention programs. Remember, if someone is passed out and you cannot wake them up and they're breathing slowly or not at all, call 911 and give them Narcan. The power to save a life is in your hands.